It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown number 9 for the year. The extra point is good. And the Giants are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. First down throw, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. This one complete to Bateman. He is in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Chiefs. Point after coming up here. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They motion a receiver right. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. To throw, it's Milton. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They put a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, here's Milton. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. That one is good. And the Giants will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They'll come up here, first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be second down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. Pacheco, first down and more. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Play action here. Mahomes. That is hard. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Pacheco. Powering forward. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now, the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are on top. It's 14-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so...
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Off the play fake, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. problem there on the extra point. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Milton. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Milton. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Chiefs are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. But the fullback trying to power it home. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Giants. The extra point is good. And the Giants are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. First and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Now a give on the ground. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Hook him up on a second down and 8. McBride is the motion man. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Snap here in this first half.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good from 60 yards out. He's got the leg to knock it through. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinator. figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. Third and long. To the air. It's Milton. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. They'll try the right side this time. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll stick with him again. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
This one complete to Bryant. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. He pulls it in around the 5. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Milton. It is brought in the end zone. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. on the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. McBride is the motion man. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
One of the tight ends motions right. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Big mistake with the punt return unit there. You think the defense is off the field, but here they come back again after the turnover.
These plays are just back-breaking, Mike. As you said, you get a big stop. You think your defense is going to get a chance to come off the field and get a break. Next thing you know, 1 minute later, they're back out there, and the offense gets a chance to do it all over again. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw, it's Milton. You look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Open space to the 35. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Throwing, Milton. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First down throw, Mahomes. His throw left side is complete. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Milton. And And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And once again, they try the same run. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. So 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This one he's got to have. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clock.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. Now right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's White. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look. And indeed, this call will be overturned. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18.